Hey guys, Dr. Heather Brown from the Therapist House. And I had a phone call from a young woman who's starting college tomorrow. And she was really panicking and feeling very, very overwhelmed. And as I was trying to lessen what was going on for her, I had an interesting approach, which I think you can use in lots of things. So when I asked her what she was overwhelmed with, she said, well, it's just everything's so new. And so I said to her, I said, okay, well, how many times have you walked into a classroom for the first time in your life? And she said, lots. And I said, yeah, so you've done this lots of times. And she said, yeah. I said, okay. I said, how many times have you walked into a classroom having no idea how many students were going to be in the classroom? And she said, many times. And I said, yeah, because sometimes you've walked into a classroom and it's been huge and you've been surprised, right? And she said, yeah. I said, and sometimes you've walked into a classroom, it's been really small and you've been surprised, right? She said, yeah. I said, and sometimes you walked into the classroom and probably haven't known anyone in the class, huh? And she said, yeah. And I said, there's sometimes you probably walked into the classroom having no idea who the teacher was. And she said, yeah. I said, sometimes you've probably walked into a classroom really not even knowing anything about the subject or how you do. And she said, yeah. And I said, you've probably walked into a classroom having no idea if you'll even really like the class, huh? And she said, yeah. And I said, so how are you feeling now? And she laughed and she said, I've done this. And I said, yeah, you've done this at least 100 times. So tomorrow's just doing it again. And you'll have some answers at the end of tomorrow, but it's a little too early to know those. So have a good night. She laughed. So funny how we make something so monumental when, if you think about it, most things that we do we've never done before. At least not in that moment or in that way. But we've done something similar. I think you can use this in lots of ways. I'd love to hear your thoughts.